Well, I done lost two people. Hello, everyone. We lost three people. Two people. Oh wait, here we go. Two. Oh, there, Roz is back. All right. All right. Good evening and welcome to the Indie Love Recap. How y'all doing this evening?
Hey y'all.
Child, last week this time I was running around. No,
No,
yeah.
last week this time we were at Big Daddy's Burger. Is
We
that
sure,
I was
right?
gonna say I was on my way there. Yeah.
yeah, we sure were. Last week in this time we was getting it popping at Big Daddy's Burger. We sure was, which I enjoyed. I had fun.
Let,
I
let
so
me tell you something. I definitely enjoyed them. The food was good. The food was good.
I actually stayed until 10. That's good for me. Listen.
Yep, Roz and our crew was there at 6 o'clock. So and we were getting it in. The drinks was good. I've gone there before, so you know.
Okay.
So let me just say this is Jocelyn, aka Indie Love. This is a recap of Indie Love. I'm gonna start off and get this off my chest real quick. I ain't gonna dwell on it. Um, I felt as though it was one of our best events so far.
It was one of your biggest for
It
sure.
was definitely one
Li-
of our
li-
biggest. And,
Listen, I don't know where you're planning to go next year,
Yeah,
but you're gonna have to. That place is not big enough. I'm sorry.
she,
well,
she's gonna need a convention center type.
You're, you're
okay, so let
Thing.
me just let's just back up. Okay, Lisa's supposed to be here too. Anyway, let's just back up.
Okay.
So where we were last year is one of our good places. I love that venue. It's at the Cobb Galleria Center. I love that venue because I love the aesthetic of it. It's beauty, it's pretty, it's all of that good stuff. And that's where we were supposed to be. Like right now, I got our venue locked down for next year. I always am on it. The end one, I'm on it to the next one.
Hmm.
Well, I got an email, a call, February. They were gonna be doing some. I found out yesterday they're doing some wall blasting, plastering, or something in around the area in the space. So imagine you've been locked down since June or July,
Hmm. Or the previous year. Hmm.
right?
Mhm.
And um, you get a call in February that says you can't have it. You know, we can't have it here. So I had to pivot. I had to find someplace quick. This place was bigger than the place, and Roz and Maisha can tell you this place is bigger. Even though we weren't gonna have the pound discussions down there, we were gonna have all of that space over there. I still feel as though we still wouldn't have been able to maneuver, in that other space.
I agree.
With
Yeah,
that
that
being
other space would have been too
Yeah,
small.
I make no excuses. So whatever chitter chatter, whatever problems you had, no one has emailed me. No one has called. I just have heard all of this chitter chatter.
In regards to what?
I guess the lines, and then and this is no shade at all to Nina because this was Nina's first event. This was her very
Mhm.
first event. We need to be able to give her grace on that. This is her first event, and I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know who this is. Keep trying to call me, but we just have to wait. Um, I'm being blamed for that.
I heard. Now that I did hear.
I'm just like,
That's wild though. Like
but here's my thing. I ain't know nothing was wrong, to be honest with
You
you.
did. I
This is
mean, I'm
okay.
not gonna lie. It went south at the end. It did.
This is my thing, right? So I got up there, and so I climbed up them bleachers to start helping Nina out. Like I was trying to. My thing is like it's so many people had issues,
Yeah.
and y'all went to social media and y'all saw
I didn't
y'all
see a
sitting
lot of
at that table.
I didn't see a lot of that. I saw it like in the group, but I'm not in a lot of the trifling groups, if you
Well,
will.
that's the thing. I heard it was in a lot of groups,
I see.
and I'm not in a lot of groups.
That's
And
my,
as a admin for my own group and Bailey West's group,
Mhm.
I would not have allowed it. I would have stopped it.
but I didn't see it. That's what I'm saying. So
So you wouldn't see it in my group, and you would not see it in Bailey West's group. You wouldn't, because that's not how we roll.
You answer inboxes. That's
Right.
number one.
And,
Nina answers inboxes. That's number two. Number three, and that this just is for for anyone attending a book fair. This is my advice. If you walk in and you see a line that's very long, get out of that line and go visit the
There's other things to
authors
do.
first.
And but
Never, let me tell you, Love Belvin has those kind of lines.
Yes.
I go to
Every
her
year.
last because you're going to miss out standing in that line.
and I
The
literally
books that you want from other authors will be sold out. Like, that's just, to me, common sense. Never, when you see a long line, you avoid that long line.
okay, so let me ask y'all this:
Necessary.
was okay? The chitter chatter, was it they were upset at Nina's line or getting into Indie Love? Period.
Nina's
And
line.
that's yeah, I saw was
I saw both.
complain about both.
So because
Yeah.
I'm the
I saw
Here's
underdog,
the
one
thing.
comment about both.
Here's the other thing. Let me just say this, and then I'm gonna let y'all just rock with it. Let me say this. Like Mike, I've had several people inbox me, call me, text me, tell me don't let none of that stuff get to me. It was a great. And then someone said something and it clicked. I was like, you are absolutely right. I'm not gonna say what Arthur it was, because several authors have inboxed me and was like, I'm standing 10 toes down with you. I got you. You stand in line when you go to a concert, right? And,
You do.
right?
Everywhere.
Because I
Standing
know
in lines is a way of life.
when we went to Devin, I ain't gonna say drag. Devin dragged me to, I'm gonna say drag, Tiana Taylor's concert a couple of years ago, and we stood in a long, long line. We went to Jill Scott last year. We stood in a line to get in.
Mhm.
I didn't hear complaining and fussing and cussing and carrying on. They had to scan my ticket for me to get in. We have a system. Granted, I will say I did not expect everybody to show up at 11 o'clock. That part. I didn't expect that because we had a long line last year, but everybody, like, it was like
They trickled in. They
a
trickled in.
flow of that's constantly coming.
Right.
Not like what we saw. Here's the other caveat, and then I'm gonna let it go because it is what it is. And I'm ready. I'm planning 2025 right now. The other
As you
caveat, we usually do not share a space. So this was our first time like at the community center, and it's a community center.
Right.
There is a full-fledged workout gym upstairs. There were other things that were going on. So on my end, that did not click for me per se, but I knew other things were going to be going on, and I did not expect this the crowd that we got. I knew the numbers, I knew what we were going to have, but I didn't expect everybody to show up at one time. So if I have to take a lesson or learn anything from that, that's what it is. I wasn't prepared for that. However, I will say I will give these things. This is not on the website yet. Our host hotel is a Sheraton Galleria in Cumberland. Our venue space is Cobb Galleria Center, but their exhibit hall.
So is that more like a convention center space?
Yes.
Okay, because I was talking to Devin for a while about that. I was like, because he was on the Nina line with me, and he said he's usually from an administrative perspective, he doesn't see all of that. And he's like, wow, I thought we were gonna have plenty of space. I'm like, yeah, you got to take into account certain are gonna have a following.
But no, we don't take that into account. We have Love Belvin who has a line. CCJ always has a line. Casey Mills always has a line. So that part wasn't. We just did not expect Nina to have hiccups that she had. And I would admonish people to just kind of give her grace from what I've seen and from the conversation that she and I have had since then. She's working diligently to fix it. That's all I don't get in the Arthur's part of it. I provide the space, I provide the opportunity, but I don't tell them how to run their tables and all of that. Now, do I have some lessons that I've learned from that? Yes. Will we have volunteers next year? Yes, because we're growing. Indie Love is truly, we grow every year, but this is grown.
Yeah.
And I know next year is going to be bananas.
I was even saying like the convention center where I had my shopping cart at would suffice this space for because you're bringing every author bag that has been there.
Not every, but
a good portion.
A very good portion.
Yeah, I think
29 have responded already.
So, and that's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah.
They've emails went out. Emails have been going out all week long. I don't rest.
So what I will say.
Let me just commend Khalees. I didn't know where you was going with the line thing, but I do commend you. When I caught it because and Josh, you didn't get to see this, but basically Khalees broke the line off because it was blocking the door, which is a fire hazard. And what she did was she broke the line and basically corralled everyone in the gym so we could come out in groups.
Well, do you see her name, Unmarked Stranger? Because we didn't know if that was for Mai or if that was for Khalees or if it was the work.
I snap.
Well, because someone on Instagram decided that this was her first and last year and it was a hot mess, and for this to have been year 9, it felt like year 1, and there was no, I ain't gonna say what it was.
Very unnecessary.
My problem with that comment, for you to say that you're not coming back, because you're not coming back, what do you have to compare it to?
Right.
Okay. What do you have to compare it to?
Person does events and goes to events, and she's volunteered at events, and so she knows. And everybody, y'all should have, Roz, y'all jumped in and helped, which I didn't. That was just something that y'all saw Anita jump into, and I should have had shirts for y'all. Y'all should have had badges and the whole, So here's my thing, Indie Love.
I had a shirt.
I was on Lisa's and I was live that night. And they wanted to know what was the first year like? And the first year was like overwhelming. It was a lot of people that traveled and came, but we had a nice space. And Indie Love, let me just say this, Indie Love was supposed to be 1 year. This was supposed to be I was supposed to do this one time because I saw a need for independent artists. One time. Before we even had the event, because I had a meet and greet for the authors and we served them food, dinner, and the whole 9. I was asked that night before the event even happened. We're doing this again next year. If this is the hospitality we're gonna do it next year. Then we had the event and it was amazing. And Tay Russ's husband is the one. Hey Shan, Tay Russ's husband is the one that walked up to me and said, "We're doing this again next year." Love Belvin was like, "I'm in. We're doing this again next year." My mama and I stood there and had a debate in front of Love Belvin that I couldn't do it again because we had the family reunion coming up. And when I'm standing there saying, "Ma'am, we're not getting ready to argue in front of company about what."
Because mamas will show out if you miss the family reunion.
She was like, "We're planning and you can." I can do a whole lot of things. I multitask very, very
do all things through Christ. Listen.
And then what you're not getting ready to do is stand here in front of one of my authors and we do this. We're not going to do that. That is how we are now at going on to year 10. And we have just grown ever since. That's all I'm going to talk about. I mean, that's all I have to say about the negativity.
I just want to say, when did grace begin to get tossed out the door? It's just, I saw authors retire because of the reader, their attitudes, their negativity, inboxing, the constant threats. when do we as readers start reminding ourselves that authors are human? Those people that throw events are human. Mistakes will happen. For you to want no slip ups, just perfection, when that's the furthest from what
Reality.
you would experience, and it's so far from reality, because you see, and I'm gonna go off the rock, right? You see, even Beyonce. If you saw her movie, she had a technical difficulty during the middle of the show and played it off. Things happen.
Didn't Chris Brown just have a technical issue? They had to get the ladder to help him get down or something?
Yes, it's like
let me tell you something.
Things happen.
When we went to Tiana Taylor, the show was 2 hours before it started.
Yes. Things
and I'm
happen.
sitting here
And
on
you
a good old
never
weeknight
know.
with my old behind like, Devin, baby,
Yes.
your mama's tired now. But we roll with it. So
and that's what I just want, you know, and to the young lady, there were no queer authors. That you knew what authors would be there before you got there. That bothered me.
Hold up, back that one up.
Oh yes, that was in her thing. Like, she didn't see any queer books or authors, baby. Before you got there, there was a list of authors that would be there. It's just the things y'all complain about. It's just to me, as someone, and let me tell you, I started book events about 5 years ago. Okay, I was a little late to the show. I would do the meet and greets when they came to the libraries in Miami, but as far as traveling for book events, I didn't do that. I just started doing that like 2018 or whatever. And nothing I have went to it, because I knew the people who ran the show, and I knew everything never went smooth, but everybody didn't know. I also have enough, and I'm not gonna bash you. If you came to see one author, fine. But if you see, again, it has to be some common sense within you to let you know, all these people, it may be a little hiccup, something may have happened. This was her first event. She did not expect 300 people to be in line for her at 12 o'clock. That's the reality of it. That, I don't care who you are, how smooth you are, that is a lot. And Nina, I'm going to defend her. She has anxiety. She's let you know, this is my first event. I'm nervous. And instead of you guys giving her grace, it's the bashing, the bashing, the bashing, the bashing. That's my problem. Stop and give people grace. We need to realize how to be humans again. Like, some people need to be taught, like, from the beginning. Like, you need to realize that people are humans. Mistake happens. She literally came out in the crowd and said, if you did not get your books, I will mail your books. If you want to take pictures or whatever, come to the front. She at the show. She didn't have to write a post, because she told them then and there. And it's just, I just didn't get the bashing, the hate, the anger when you know things happen. Like, that bothered me. And I think that's going to bother me for a while, because you guys bully her. And I'm not trying to be funny. They bullied her, and she didn't deserve it.
Well, here's the thing, Maisha. When you guys went in for the panel, I think that's when you took a left turn, like, seriously. Because at that point she was gone, and then that's when it got real with the pre-order and the line for the people. I'm speaking specifically to the pre-order line. That's when it the grumbling started. What do you mean my books aren't here? I swear, a lady was right behind me, because all my books weren't there. A lady behind me, she said, so just to be clear, people who pre-ordered, there's a good chance that all our books aren't here. And one of the ladies said, yes, that may very well be. And that's what started it.
That's when all hell broke loose.
Before then, and
I wouldn't have known that, because by then I was back at my table, and I ended up doing the last panel for me. And nobody ever came and told Devin up front, or
I don't think it would, because it's an author thing. I don't think I wouldn't have. So I wouldn't have, but that's when it started. And then the line itself, the pre-order line itself, just lost structure. So that was, you had a whole bunch of people by that exit door, and they were just crowded around like, you got this book, I mean, do you have this person's? So there was that aspect of it. And like I said, to me, from my standpoint where I was on the line, it just seemed to have become more chaotic once she left to go to her
You
family.
know what,
Okay.
this is like when we talk about a lesson learned. I know other authors who we've said Love Belvin and CCJ and Casey. I know Casey doesn't have always. Usually, it's just her husband and her daughter.
And her
But
son.
Love has a whole. Yeah, her son has come. He wasn't there this time. He was there last year.
Yes.
But Love has a team, and then CCJ has people that kind of help her too. And they kind of go through their line and say, "Do you have a pre-order? What's your name?" And they'll go and get the person's pre-order and tell them sign. Now, if you want to stand and stay in line and take a picture, that's fine. But here's your stuff, and you don't have to stand here, or you can come back around when it's, I will take fault in that I didn't relay that to her because I know she had a good 5 people with her.
Yeah, about 7. I think it's like 7.
She had a group that could have done that, but I will say this, and I'm not making excuses for myself. Hosting an event, y'all make me do a table.
Because you need to. Because you got, what, 1, 2, 3 books
You
now?
need to, right.
So you got books you got to push. Oh, excuse me, 4. Excuse me, 4. 4.
And make me do a table. Thank God for Tina, because my mom ran my table last year. But thank God for Tina this year. She sat there while I
she did.
hosted a panel discussion, and they made me, Roz, made me be a part of a panel discussion.
Because you should.
So
that's when I came in there and told her to sit down. There you go.
Yeah, I had to go, so I was oblivious to a lot of stuff. I hate that. And that sounds probably bad as the event coordinator of it, but
that's that teaching you. That's that teaching you.
Multitasking.
But I think, like Sonia said when we left, that's because I was doing my best names.
Aisha, you left me.
Yeah, and
is that when somebody had to come? Well, somebody else was supposed to host the third panel discussion. I gave Maya another job, so they were like, "We gotta find her. We can't find her." Well, I guess she was back up there trying to climb and pass out.
I was on top of the bleachers.
She had my invoice and she was looking for my order.
I said, Maisha, come here.
And I'm like,
what's wrong? What's wrong?
Even say, Sonia, I'll be back or anything. I was like, girl.
At some point, I think all of us got drafted to do different jobs because I was at as soon as I got in the room, Dandridge Monroe had to go to her table, and I was like, had to go to her panel. I was like, who's at your table? Because she had some stuff to go on in the background. She was like, nobody. I said, I got you. Okay. So I'm over at her table with Venus Teagan. We're over there working her table. Y'all apparently were working Nina's table. You had panels. Khalees was working the line.
Roz was in the front. Roz
was at the front.
Listen,
passing out shirts and bags.
Listen.
So, but here, let me say this. That is part of what Indie Love is about.
Agreed.
The camaraderie. Oh, you need help? I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Bringing readers and authors together for the ultimate experience. So when people say it's a panel reunion, the vibe is just literally different than other. And I because I attend other events. I will tell you, I have no problem. I travel too. I get around. I go when I can. I haven't been able to this year because of some family stuff, but I support other events as well. And I will never, ever grumble, get on social media and dog another event. For you to tag me, that's to bring negative attention to what I do. But Shay said it best. It has been playing in my head. What God has for you, God is going to bring the people are for you, to you, and the rest of it is just noise. And that's where I'm at with. It was just noise.
And just on the piggyback off of that, you're a book blogger. Wouldn't that have been the point where you network? Because that's what I do.
What were there
network?
There were a lot of
bash a book event. There were several authors where you could have went up there and said, "Hey, I'm such and such from such and such. I'd like to interview you, or have a chat with you about such and such book, about your experience." It's the way you guys miss on networking being negative is beyond me. Like, I literally take advantage of every chance I get. And Josh, like, I'll be on your inbox. I'm at the event.
This is my homie. This is my she left me. This is what I say that left me. She went to another whole nother school, but we still like this. They don't play about me.
Yes, they tagged her. It was
Jan has me tickled.
Yes. That's audacious. I didn't know they were reaching out like that. Tagging.
Oh yeah.
No, I mean, and if she
beyond tagging.
Listen,
I had to, and then had a whole conversation, her and somebody else, and was talking about some lady. She said that the lady, she talked to somebody that came from California, and she asked her, "You came all the way out here for this?" I ended up blocking both of them. Like, I'm sorry, I
didn't see it, and I didn't see it.
Be blocked and be blessed.
Oh, well, it got real petty then, because now I never said anything to her. Never said anything to her. I didn't respond nothing. I think she deleted my comment because I didn't see it anymore. She
deleted mine too.
Huh?
She deleted mine too.
Wait, Carlise, was this old girl in the thing?
The one who made the comment about the unmarked stranger.
Oh no, I don't know her.
Yeah, that's why my name is Unmarked Stranger. She said I'm the unmarked stranger.
Khalees, that's what they called you, an unmarked stranger?
Yeah, she said I was an unmarked stranger. I was yelling. I was an unmarked stranger, and this grown woman yelling at other grown adults, trying to tell us what to do. And I'm like, okay, well, you could have stood outside.
It was just.
And that's what you were supposed to do. You were supposed to network and meet people and have a good time. I have no problem with anybody who has
huh? You know how you pin something to the Learn to Network. Let me tell you guys something, and this is from me to you, from my mouth to your ears. You will never, ever, ever get anywhere in this industry bashing authors, bashing events. I'm telling you, it does not work. You guys have to get out and network. And who's going to deal with somebody who you just made an enemy with Indie Love, and I've been trying to get invited for 5 years? You see how that works? So why would I join forces with you?
A lot of those new people, because there were a lot of new people.
Yes.
You think those new people were influencers, bookstagrammers, book talkers?
I will say this as somebody who's in that arena more. There were a lot of girls who, like, once we came back from Indie Love, I was like, oh my God, I chatted with her. And listen, working a table for somebody is the quickest way to network. And I was like, oh my God, that's so-and-so. That, like, and I'm thinking, I'm pulling up these names, and I'm like, oh, that's her. Oh, that's her. And I'm all in the comments, girl, it was good meeting you. Oh my God, it was great seeing you. And, exchanging handles and all of these things. I will say that there are some that were there, but the ones who were there, and I like see myself in the quick little clip, or if I see first of all, my dad loves you, by the way, Josh. He say, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for making his Father's Day gift special. They was, oh girl. Like, it was so good. And it, like, on TikTok, because that's where I'm usually at, it's one chick, she hot. She's like, I didn't know what Indie Love was. And Jaleesa was like, well, such and such and such and such. This is why Book Me There is important. So, like, there were a lot of them that were there. But I think this was the first time that I've really seen a lot of them be in the same place. And I don't think they knew what to expect. But I will tell you that of the people who I knew were coming to Indie Love, Jaleesa, who's wildly popular, everybody knows Jaleesa, who's wildly popular, she did several videos where she talked about what you could expect to an extent for Indie Love. She talked about, you might want to bring a book crate. Get you a fan. Bring us some comfortable shoes. Be ready to smile and take pictures. Don't come looking raggedy. Like, she has some very clear, concise points. And I know, timelines and things get jumbled. So sometimes you see them out of order, but there was prep. There were people, oh, I'm excited. Oh, I got my fan. Oh, I got my suitcase. Yeah, and I'll tell anybody, the first time you go to Indie Love, which my first one was 2020, so I was virtual.
Right.
The first time you go to Indie Love, it's kind of like, okay. And so my first one was the virtual one, and I'm laughing, teaching summer school and all of that. And I was like, okay, this is just a cool group of people to chat with online. We went to New Orleans, and thank God we were all in that convention center, because I took my bags upstairs and came back down for another round. But it is something to be an influencer and think that your one voice is going to, I think sometimes people use the power to influence for evil. Like, you think your one voice being loud is going to be enough to smack all these other positive voices. Like, you have to, with your audience, you have a certain level of trust. And if somebody from your audience goes and they were like, no, that's not what happened, you just on your horse today, if they start calling you out for it, it's going to be a problem. And I think, and this is just, it needs to be said, like, use your power for, at the end of the day, the best ability you can. Like, it's not worth it to bash somebody. You could send a Joss an email, hey, yo, Joss, the lines was kind of crazy. Can we think about doing this? Don't come with no problems and no solutions. Like,
because best to believe we gonna chat. Like, I'm gonna let her know what I saw, what I think should happen, and that's just what I do. But it's like, in the same breath, you don't say I'll never be back, and then say, but I got everything I wanted. The authors was nice. I left with a lot of books. Like,
that's a contradiction.
And can I say this? And you
right.
And you bought one of my books.
Oh.
You bought my book.
Well, thank you.
Like, well, if that's not an oxymoron, I don't know what is. But
thank you for being a friend.
Yeah, it's like, what is the real issue? Because the lines, I mean, we use the lines to catch up with each other.
Yes, that's what
that part.
Yeah,
hey, ladies.
Hey,
people were meeting in the lines, like, literally, like, hey, I follow you on your face in the lines. That's the.
First of all, Maisha, I just knew you was gonna have your shirt ready. I was waiting for it. I was like,
so I had another shirt. I ain't want to, be too, But yeah, she deserves better coming soon. I trust me. That's gonna be on the shirt.
Lord. So okay.
My shirt next year gonna say "Unmarked Stranger."
Yeah.
Listen.
I'm gonna get you one in the crossing guard sash. I'm gonna get you. You gonna be secure.
Listen. First of all, have heat press will travel. Don't play with me.
Yeah, because listen. You want to be petty? I'm a Leo. We can go straight to hell. Let's go.
Yes.
I really just I appreciate all the love, all the positive things that have been said that have outweighed the few negatives. I truly, my thing was, Arthurs would tell you, I walk around and I ask them, did you do good? And they say, I sold out. Then that's what makes me happy.
So many people sold out.
They sold out.
Like,
they, and then here's the other thing. There, I know what I ordered. I know how much I ordered. We have nothing. When I say I don't even have a shirt, we have nothing. Usually I have inventory that I brought back home. There's nothing. There's not a cup. There's not a tote bag. There's not a shirt. We had over 400.
Yeah, some of us were actually forfeiting our bag.
Yeah, I didn't get a cup. The shirt wasn't my size. I said, give me whatever shirt you have the most of, and I'll take it. I don't care.
It was cups.
So we had 400 tote bags. So in my mind, for me, we touched 400 lives.
Yes.
In a positive way.
And I've heard people saying, "Oh, I can put my books in that." When they got that bag, I can put my books in this. They were excited.
Let me just make this statement real quick.
The little things people, people were happy about. Y'all went in back. Y'all talked about everything, but the connections, but the smiles, but how people were happy to. You have people that have been talking on the internet for 3 and 4 years. They finally connected. I saw several posts saying, "Oh, I finally met such and such." We've been talking back and forth on Facebook for 3 years. It's just so much, and me and my crew, we gonna be back next year as usual, But it's like I had fun, and then I got there early. I started helping just everybody who needed help. It's just little things. It was readers who got out of line and started helping authors, and that's what it's about. We just And Sonia, like, I was trying to get your order together. It's crazy because I was getting your order together, and then Khalees was like, they need you on the panel. So I'm like, darn it. So I hopped down.
The way I cursed you under my breath, I said, wait till I see her ass again.
Wait, but can I make this statement real quick?
Khalees.
I just want to say this to everybody those who complained about the shirts. Them shirts was not included in that $35 or $50 that you paid. Like, let's just have that clear, concise, and cut closed. The button, the shirt, the bag, and the cup was not a part of the package deal. Your ticket was your ticket for entry. Now, when you get other items, you be appreciative. You get what you get, and you don't throw a what? Teachers in the building? I
think Josh should sell the t-shirts.
No, I think go ahead and start marking up the prices. You got something to say? Okay, now your t-shirt's included. It's a guarantee.
We did sell shirts, I think, year 2. And because tickets were only like, okay, let me just say this. Year 1, you got in free.
Oh,
wow.
Year 1 was free. I came out of my pocket with stuff. The only thing that people paid for was the authors paid for their vendor tables. Everything else came out of my pocket. And then I was told by a very smart person was like, Josh, you gotta charge. So the next year, I think it was $10. I think
it was 10 or 15 when I tried to go.
I think it was 10.
I think it was 10 the second year. Kind of increased, and then the second year we did sell shirts. We came back with shirts. So then I said, well, if I increase the price to $20, then I'll include the shirt. Then we did that, and we went to LA, and we did that, and we, took everything, and then we did it again here, and every shirts have been included every since. So I just be trying. That sounds so tacky. I always try to give you a bang for your buck per se, but this entitlement is what's starting to like, okay.
And this always says, while supplies last, get there early.
You think maybe people just didn't understand what Khalees just explained, that they think the t-shirt and all the little goodie things is part of the ticket.
Right, but
the misconception.
She does a video every year saying that.
I know, but how many people you think really listen to that video?
They don't read for real. The swag,
and that's what I don't understand. You got a reading event and y'all don't read.
Don't comprehend.
Y'all don't read.
They don't even follow directions.
They don't even listen to the videos. And we're not bashing the readers. It's just a handful of people that just make it hard. And granted, what if you bash your author so bad and drag them? who's to say they will ever do another event? That's the only thing I'm worried about.
Yep.
You could literally detour this author or authors from ever doing another event.
Yeah.
So who really misses out on when you do things like that? And I don't like it. I never did. And it's like I said, you get more with sugar than shit on any day of the week. Any day, even when I complain, and y'all know I complain a lot, but I do it for corporations. I literally, it's that straight to the point. This is what happened. This is what I want fixed. I go to the source. I don't go on social media and bash first. I go to the source. And it's like I said, inboxes are open. You can inbox, you can email, you could walk up to that person at the event, it was just.
But why box when you can just stir up some shit? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And I'm not saying that to be malicious. It's just like that just seems to be where we're at with it. Just
anybody
does not mind and to be understanding. I absolutely get that. I'm not saying mistakes weren't made, but that whole shouting, like, there were people in Nina's group that they commented on her page, and I was like, wow.
I had to delete a comment.
I don't know if it's the one I'm talking about, but I was just like, oh, okay, well, there's that.
5 hours in line. Where? The event only 5 hours.
If you still go, if you
did somebody say they was in line for 7 hours for the event, and they was in line for like it was so many hours over the event that they had.
Baywatch must have been set for California time.
Well, unless it was somebody that was there at 8:30 when I got there, which
then they wouldn't have a problem getting in because they would have been the first person.
Right.
I don't know who was 7 hours. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. You have the opportunity. We're here. We're going to be here every year, so it is what it is. Be an official volunteer. This is Indie Love.
Because one thing I'm gonna do is I'm a ride for Josh and Indie Love.
And you're gonna get together.
Can we talk about happier things now? Please, because I listen.
Let's talk about all my tickets. Let's talk about my tickets.
Let's talk about.
We're not gonna talk about your tickets. How about that?
Oh my God, I got so tired.
I can't hear anything.
Something that didn't have her number in it. I'm like, Jesus.
She was like, Lord, I'm not calling your number.
I think she won 4.
Please.
I think she won 7.
I won 7 books. I won 7 bags, but I gave 1 bag away. So technically I only won 6 bags.
That's how that works.
I was nice.
Right.
It was my ticket. She won all.
And I enjoyed the panel I did. Oh my God, that was so fun.
I get to see the panels. I swear, one year I will.
I think after I did the lines, I just wanted to sit down. So I sat at all the panels that was there. I was there for every single one.
Do you feel the panels are necessary?
Yes.
Yes.
I feel like the panels provide introspectives into the authors versus just like, their bio that you can go online and read, versus like you sitting down, you're hearing their voice, you're hearing what they're working on, you're hearing different genres they want to get into. Like they don't want to stay in just urban fiction. They want to branch off into paranormals and into mysteries and thrillers. And so I feel like that's a good thing to like sit down and be able to talk to them and find out things that you just can't get on a surface level bio that they have.
Are the panels interactive? I haven't been to any, so
yes. We ask a series of questions, and they're able to answer the questions and give insight on whatever questions we ask, and then we allow for a couple of questions. And generally, what happens is it piques a person's interest, and they end up to that artist table. And if they've never met them or heard of them before, then they go to their table and they end up buying something.
Yeah. And that's what I was trying to do, like, because there was a lot of people, you don't really know the author's name, but you're interested in the books they write, So, yeah.
And then I try to pair them. People always say, well, why you didn't pair so-and-so with so-and-so? I try to pair. So, like, this was, I know Aisha and Kimberly Brown are very good friends. Pulled Dandridge into their circle. And it's very taxing because I sat there, as much as I run my mouth, I sat there and was nervous. I was so glad I was sitting next to Chelsea during my panel discussion because I was like, I felt myself like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And at first it was like, oh, this is how they be feeling. They be telling me, I don't know. It was different being on the other end of it. However, it gives you an insight. I remember it must have been the second year, and I've told this story before where Shakir Rashan, he was at the second year, and he said his table was really light until he did the pound discussion. Well, in the pound discussion, he talks about what he writes, and he writes a lot of his books about BDSM. And we ain't talking that fluffy light stuff. We talking that full-fledged BDSM. And he says, not only do I write about this, I live this lifestyle. And the whole room went up in this uproar. However, when his time discussion was over, he ended up selling out. All of them.
Wait, who was that, Josh?
Shakir Rashan.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know if he brought that up because Mike did that when I went back. I don't know if he brought it up.
He did.
He did, and you know what else got them riled up? When he said he watched, like when he write the scenes, he makes sure it can be done, so he watch it be acted out.
Yeah. And the whole room, was like, the whole room
my face because I'm like, wait a minute.
He said he watches it be acted out, like that's what he do.
Shakir, and I can say this on here because he has said it publicly. That is a lifestyle that him and his wife live. They go to conferences and conventions. This is not just.
Sorry,
he has said it that he lives. This is not a game. This
is his life.
I read his books a while.
This is what he does.
I read his books a while back, and I haven't read anything new. But even when he writes his character names, like he's like, if you see it in lowercase, like it's because when you're not the dominant person, when we call your name, it's lowercase. You're not that dominant. Like he literally explains that lifestyle in his books. Like this is when I use, it's not a typo. This is what it is.
Yeah.
Like that's how deep he is in it, and how he really explains it.
I done pulled a couple of his books on my TBR.
Somebody drop that name in the chat so I can go.
And he said, the one he had described with the reverse cowgirl position. He said that sold out. Like he put it on his Facebook page. He was like, that book sold out.
Yeah. So Sharon, I've had men there before, but sometimes they just don't make it. But what I will tell you that I love seeing, there were so many men. I'm not talking about Arthur man. I only had 2. I was 3, but something happened to Roy Glenn where he wasn't able to come. The men that were there, and I'm not talking about that they women just dragged them. I'm talking about the men that were there. They sat in a panel discussion. Some of them asked questions. I was just like, yes, men are starting. Well, Robert always comes, so Robert is a cool guy.
Oh my God, I love Robert.
Hold on, pause. Speaking of being present, why y'all let my daddy do that in their first panel?
But even the ones that were their wives and their girlfriends, they were interested too. They put on real.
And a coworker of mine, her mom reached out to me, and I've never. There's a lady who has always in my face and be asking me why you don't have no children's books here. Why you don't have no children's books here? And I just be like, because this is a different environment, and I don't think kids need to be walking around.
No.
You know. So because think about if I advertise that it's going to be a specific children's Arthur, those people are going to think that. Let me bring my child, and it's not that vibe. And I have nothing against that. But she asked, could she participate? And I said, sure. She did good. And I also wasn't aware that Norian wrote children's books. And he had his children's books listed. And people have said that they were glad and they were able to buy some books for the, even though their child was there, they bought books to take home.
And I missed it. I need some for my.
Well, yeah, I definitely agree that is not atmosphere for children, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I don't know if Monique, because I know she writes children's books as well. I don't know if she had any at her table, but
I don't remember seeing hers.
Yeah, but I know Norian had his posted, and I can't think of her name. Centuria's mom had hers, and she was just happy to be there in the room around and networking with Black women, what she was thrilled to have to be.
Y'all, listen, it was a lot of moves made that y'all gonna hear about later. It was a lot of networking done between authors.
Yes.
So y'all, I'm telling you, get ready for it. It's gonna be a lot of shocks that y'all gonna see with collaboration.
Hey, Devin, that's our little Devin. She didn't make it this year. I know she's gonna be there next year.
Oh, girl,
because that's a good opportunity for authors to connect too.
Yep.
Right.
Oh yeah.
No, Steve.
Yeah.
A lot of they sold out and they got in line. Them authors sold out and they got in other people's lines.
Let me tell you something. My goal was to go around Cynthia Carter, that's her name. Thank you, Shan. My goal was to go around and get my books ahead of time. Well, they were still setting up. So I ended up with 4 books, I think. 4. I only got 4.
I only picked up my pre-orders from Miss Candace and Elle Kaysen and Shay. I got some books from Shay.
And I was trying to get over to get Demon's Dream and I couldn't get it.
Oh, that sold out. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't get it. I did buy for Lady Nisha, but that ended up being a gift for somebody else. So I sent that on to be delivered to that person. I did get Takora. I had to get my Chelsea.
They sold my Takora book. I was so mad.
And
I wanted to make it to the new authors like D Rose and AC Taylor. I didn't even make. I was like, dang.
But you know, they're not. They're not. D has come to Indie Love before. AC Taylor was supposed to.
I was like, "You're D Rose." She was like, "Yes."
Yeah, she was there, but she's done the event. She did the event in 2019, and then she didn't do it. Well, then when the pandemic hit, she didn't come to New Orleans. But and then I got Charity Shane's books, the 180, and then y'all. If Chelsea Marie don't go somewhere like this,
oh my God, I loved it. Yo, I'm like, oh my God, I loved her bag.
The male author was somebody's asking. The male author there was Shakir Rashan and Norian Love. Yeah, Shakir Rashan and
Shakir is the BDSM erotica
and Norian said he writes good Christian wholesome books.
Child, when he was in the panel,
I don't know if that's
Maisha asked him the sex question. He said, "Well, I think I'm in the wrong panel." He said, "I write Christian books."
No, he
writes wholesome Christian books.
What was the sex question, Maisha?
They said Maisha started off with the sex question.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was like, what was your talking about a sex scene?
What was the best one?
Yeah.
The best sex scene you wrote.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
She started off hot. She came in smoking, okay?
Look, mine came in the clutch. Good job, Mai.
Right,
yeah. I was about to snatch Josh and say, I'll do it if Mo don't make it, because we was trying to reach her. I was like, I got you.
We don't know what the lineup is next year.
I had my mic and everything, y'all.
Don't answer that question, Josh.
I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not answering that. And then I will say this: it will be authors who have been there before, and all of my authors that was there the first year have confirmed that they will be there. So no, some of them are not still writing, but actually one is Shakir's sister. That's how he found out about the event. Her name is Ray Lamar. Her work is still out there. So she said, for me.
Oh, that's so special.
10 because I have to have my first year authors there, because if it wasn't for them, there would be we would not have moved forward.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
How I don't know if you guys talked about this because I came on late. How was the first year compared to now? that you see? What kind of differences? She did talk about it. Oh man.
The crowds were still there. Love Velvet and CCJ had a long line, so that has not changed. The love was in the room. People were making connections. I will tell you this. Roz, was you at the first year or were you the second year?
Second.
So Simona and Teresa did not know each other. They both came from Mississippi. They did not know each other. Guess what? They ride together every year
every
now.
Year.
Together every year. The pictures that you see now that are floating around, Teresa take those. She's a great photographer. They are, I don't want to call them besties, but they besties. They ride together. A lot of us met through Love Velvet, and when you see that there's this group, that's where it came from.
Yeah.
And they come every year. They came all the way to California.
Wow.
So a lot of connections. There were people that came from Virginia and Baltimore the first year. I walked around in a daze because it went beyond my expectations. It was held at the Riverside Epicenter, which is part of it's like a community center as well. And the Lord always works things out. Let me just say this. I might act a fool, but I have a strong Christian foundation. And so before I started this, I prayed over Indie Love. I prayed over it that every year would be that. Well, that particular year was like that this would just be a success. It was just something I wanted to do for authors because independent authors were starting to get real popular back then. Kindle was, popping. And actually, Nikki Michelle, I went to her book signing of hers. And I asked her who put it together for her. She said, I did it myself with the bookstore owner. And something just clicked at me like, well, who's supporting the independent author? Now, there was other events that were doing, but it was for traditionally published authors, and it was 2 and 3 days. And I wanted to do something that was affordable for the everyday person. So that's why when y'all be fussing about increase your prices, I'm always thinking about, can a person afford to do this? Y'all pushing me out my comfort zone because I'm telling you now, it's hurting my heart. When y'all see these prices, don't scream at me for next year.
But I told you to make it even higher when you told me what you.
But you know what, Josh? You got to think. When you sell the tickets, they're buying the tickets at that moment. The event is not going to be for months after that. So people are saving up because they know they're going to buy books. The ticket is the ticket. Once you set that price, they're going to pay for that ticket.
Well, but next year is going to be bigger, right? So it's going to be
3 days.
It's going to be a multi-day event.
It's significant jump 3 days.
Yeah.
And I can tell you this. I can tell you I said it before. It's the host hotel, the Sheraton Galleria. I will tell you the Sheraton ain't playing. They done already sent me the link for people to book their reservation. I haven't put it all up yet. They're not playing. Sheraton is not playing.
And I won't be playing either.
And then the venue is directly across the street. There's a bridge that you can walk to the venue across the street. Like I said, we will be in the an exhibit hall, so it will be a lot bigger. If you've ever gone to the 555 Kickback, they always use a big exhibit hall, and it's going to be in the exhibit hall there. And so there is a party on Friday evening, the event on Saturday, and then the brunch on Sunday. Because the space-wise, as far as the Sheraton, it will be when now the event itself Saturday. That's we are working on getting packages together on how to do the package thing.
Yeah.
But there'll be a certain amount for Friday and a certain amount for Sunday. But Saturday will be open.
Gotcha.
So the 3 days would be like the VIP package, and then you would size it down based on that.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing you should consider doing. Easy Pay, or get a payment plan for the packages, because some people won't be able to pay a big amount of money at one time. But if you give them the option for a payment plan, how Alexandria House did her house party. She had a payment plan, and it'll be much better that way for people that can't afford to just pull out that money at one time.
She can afford she can afford she can afford an assistant. It's just little old me, and I work a job, so.
Well, little old you, if you need little old help, I can help you. I'm in Georgia with you. Just call me.
I'm just gonna throw in the bucket. You know, if you are looking for volunteers.
Yeah, we are. Bailey and I had a long conversation. Bailey West and I have if y'all knew my support system, like
listen.
Bailey West and I had a long conversation. Like not only was I was physically tired. I paid for 2 nights at a hotel, and guess what I did on Saturday after we went to dinner? I took my ass home because I was like, the thought of having to lay down and then get up and be out the hotel by 11 o'clock was making my head hurt. So I said, now I ain't balling, but I said, they're going to just get this money for this room tonight. They grabbed our stuff. He was already coming home. He hadn't planned on staying 2 nights. I was going to stay 2 nights just because I wanted to hang out with my friends. But when we left dinner, I said, I'm going home so that when I wake up tomorrow, if I don't want to get out my bed, if I don't want to put no clothes,
lay across the bed diagonally.
Right. Just the thought, like I said, the thought of having to, I got to be out this room by 11 o'clock. Wasn't sitting well with me. And then when we checked it, I said, we're leaving. The guy said, is something wrong? I said, no, I just want to go home and get it out. I just want to go home and get my own bed. So it was just, like I said, Bailey and I had a long conversation the other day, and we talked about volunteers in a much larger space and what my vision is for next year, and to not let anybody deter what I want to do for next year. So, because it is 10 years. And then after that, we'll go back to, and I know people travel and they want it to be 2 and 3 days and they want food. They crack me up. You want to pay $35, but you want me to have a full buffet. Where they do that at?
And I told you what
charge
thing
more.
we were speaking of.
I said charge more because I'm gonna need a hot piece of chicken.
Oh, not just you have a request from where the chicken's from.
I don't care if it's from Publix. I'm gonna need a hot piece of chicken. Cause no.
Who's this? Alundification says she want an Indie Love cruise.
Oh, baby.
I don't get on.
Well, if we were to do, somebody is doing a cruise.
I think it's Monica Walters.
They're not doing. Somebody's doing a cruise because Monica is going to be on it. Chelsea is going to be on it, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought they did it already.
Oh, did they do it already?
I'm not sure.
I know what you're talking about. I heard about the cruise too.
It's in September. It's in September.
Huh? Who is it?
She said it's in September.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't do water, but y'all have a good time.
This chick right here. This chick right here. I can't
Come
swim.
to the sail away party, Sonya. Come to the sail away party.
Oh, I can't swim. It's crazy.
You know what? Let me tell you something. I can tell you right now. Devin won't be there to help. Devin is like, we can't get Devin to go on a regular cruise. Devin is like, I ain't doing that. So I have to get somebody else. If that has never crossed my mind, a cruise. And if I was to even think about it, I would have to get with Glenda and let them
book to travel.
Book to travel.
Yeah, but how would we do that? Like,
I don't know.
You take the books on the ship
a vacation for your family. You call the cruise line. You get them to block out
a certain amount.
Yeah, like you block out hotel rooms. You get them to block out a certain amount depending on how many people you bringing on. Okay. And with cruises, I think the more people you get, the cheaper the price goes.
Can't you just do a resort? Like, why we got to be on a boat?
Because it's all you can eat. She ain't got to worry about food.
So that's the same thing as at resorts. All you can eat, all you can drink. You can get up and have a mimosa or some vodka.
So, Sonya, will you get on a plane?
Hello.
Yeah, he lives in New York.
I travel all the time.
Okay, it's not boats.
I will not get on a boat.
I'm telling you, my child ain't getting on. He gonna be just like this. Have fun. I hope you can handle all of that stuff. I hope you can handle everything together.
I tell you.
Not even giving Titanic.
Lisa, yo, I thought that was
No,
a Chucky.
you're gonna go in the room. Is where you're gonna go.
behind you.
Oh, hi.
Hey, Stevie.
Say
Hey,
hi now.
Stevie.
Say I like to be naked.
Lisa.
What? She go. Underwear.
No.
Say hi, Miss Josh.
Say I like to be naked. Oh Lord.
Say hi, Kylie's. Hi, Kylie. Say hi, my papa.
Hey, Stevie.
That's not Shay Shay. That's Miss Josh.
Hi, Miss Josh.
Hey girl.
Say hi, my pie.
Hi, Pie.
Say hi, Miss Sonia.
Hi, Miss Anna.
Hi, Miss Roz.
Hi, Miss Mom.
Hi, baby. How are you?
Hey.
Say hi, Khaleesi Lisi.
Hi, Chrissy.
Okay, can I have my conversation back?
No.
Yeah. Bye. Go.
So you do it out of report.
That's grandma baby.
I don't know. We'll see what the wind blows and how. Let me just get through year 10 because this is gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
You know, to make it more than
1 year at a time.
Yes.
And you firm volunteers, not like, you know what I'm saying? Like we do it as it comes, but you're gonna need firm volunteers for next year.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, Allegra.
Allegra. We missed our Allegra and Ayana.
I know.
Yes.
I was messing with Ayana all week. Like, you punk, you not coming. I'm mad at you. Huh? Allegra and Tara.
Agreed.
Everybody had yeah, I know, right? They was like, no BSB is here.
They was missed.
Nope.
They were missed.
Yeah, my
Nobody
annual
else
picture
did.
with them, I ain't get it.
Yeah.
They were missed.
BSB missing and DM's Diamonds, I
And
think.
Shay, I miss Shay. My annual picture with
Yeah.
Shay.
There's a few people missing, but overall.
No, Shay.
Listen.
I had a time. I had a good
I
time.
love
I
it.
did.
Sonia, I'm sorry in advance. I love y'all.
She apologizing for next year, my day.
No,
Oh,
she was son. She said she was gonna cuss me out about. Blame Khalees.
No, I'm blaming you.
Ooh.
Oh, what happened?
Khalees came
Hey,
again.
me.
I'm not
Listen,
blaming
I had to.
The person who was supposed to be there, she had something. I don't know. I was supposed to call her too, and I still ain't. My life was. I had to come home and regroup. So, I told her we would talk, and so.
Allegra said my daughter in Jamaica.
Listen, Josh was like, "You need questions?" I say, "No, I'm good. I got this."
Josh, you gotta lean on your people because you know we all there to support you. And if you lacking somewhere, all you gotta do is just pull somebody because they ain't gonna say no. We're gonna be like, "What you need?"
No, but just tell
That's
us.
why I came.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, my LB team, my LB group, they right in. Roz, Simona, Teresa, they jumped right in. Like I said, Tina held my table down. Tanya
separated them shirts.
But
you got and then Tanya's cousin. This is how I appreciate people so much. That was her cousin, right, Roz?
That was a friend of hers, and it was her first time coming, and she says she definitely wants to come next year, and her love language is service. So if you need her, let her know.
This was my first time meeting this lady. We went to dinner a couple of times, but when I looked up and she was over there handing out bags too, I was like, oh my God, ready to work. And they had no problem with it at all. So I have a good group. I just, yeah. So
you have to tell us what you need too. Right. Yes, I'm calling you out.
Yeah. I turned them over to Devin and let Devin, because that's his domain. Let Devin run his, you have it takes me away. So I went on about my happy business.
But you have to expand your.
Thankful that because my child is not a reader. He don't read. He ain't read none of my books. But I'm thankful that he supports my vision and helps. So now I can't ask him to do nothing else. Here he ain't gonna do nothing else, but that he gets into and he helps. So I appreciate that.
Well,
I'm not gonna hold y'all too much longer because I want everybody to go rock with CCJ tonight. She's gonna be doing her live in about 40 minutes, 50 minutes or so.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all
Yo, the way everybody dropped the book yesterday and today.
yes, like
I said they dropped like 48 books in 2 days.
Yes.
yes, like what
Books
is
was just like dropping like raindrops.
They were handing things out like Skittles.
let's see. Shay dropped her book, and then India Carter dropped her book.
CCJ
10.
Takara
dropped a book.
Takara
Monica
Walters
dropped the book.
Latoya Davis dropped a book.
Yeah.
Who else?
CCJ dropped her. I'm like, oh my god.
I want y'all to understand, if y'all don't hear me talking, it's because I'm looking at this India Carter book and it done got, I'm at 82%. I promise I hear you.
Ain't it like 500 something pages?
It's 54 pages.
Yeah, I'm a teacher on summer vacation, so I just got time to like drop in. But let me tell you
Must
something.
be nice.
Free advertisement. This India Carter book and that CCJ book.
Wait, you read
I've never wanted a country.
Oh yeah.
If you're part of CCJ's Patreon, we got it.
We got it
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yesterday? Was it yesterday?
No, it was Tuesday because we've had it for a minute.
Yeah.
Listen,
I had to finish my book. I downloaded it yesterday.
Because Kia tell you I'm a Kia accused.
I'm just waiting on my mail because I'm the fully loaded. I'm at the highest tier. I'm just
because it's worth it. Listen,
CCJ is a beast with the Patreon. When I tell you, you'll just look up and stuff will be here, and it's like,
and you like what?
Like, wait a minute, hold on,
right? Like I'm telling you, I got 1, 2, 3 back boxes that I haven't. I open them and look and be like, okay.
And then, what you call it? I just got another book. I forgot I got my Read Her book box. I don't know if y'all follow her. Her name's Ashley. I got that this week, and it's got 2 Sherelle Green books in it that I hadn't heard of. I was like, okay. Listen,
hey,
this is
now, the authors have drunk their Kool-Aid because I think Dandridge just getting ready to drop another book pretty soon. I think. Dandridge Monroe. She's closing in on her. She's been talking about it in the group. She's closing in, I think. We'll see.
And I saw Brown posted that she typed the in on something. I'm just like, okay, y'all.
And I like how India Carter made a appearance last year in Indie Love.
She did. And I didn't know.
Quote unquote.
I loved it.
Don't start.
Shut up.
I loved it.
Josh, I love your facial expression and how you held there.
Wait,
I
called Josh. Wait, it was crazy because I told Josh about it. Josh was like, I didn't know she was gonna be at Indie Love. I said,
I did know. I just kept selling stuff.
She gotta keep it. She gotta keep it close to the vest.
She gotta
right.
Once you're trusted with a lot of secrets from these authors,
a whole lot of secrets.
A lot of secrets.
Josh be trying to cover.
Josh is a vault.
Let me tell you something. You ain't gonna have me hemmed up and they be talking about you love. No, I
was hoping she would come back this year.
I'm not. She was she let me know at the last minute, so I don't know. I don't know what happened. I didn't ask the questions. When they tell me that they can't make it, I don't ask. No questions.
But you still had a good. That was the most.
That was a good. And it was a good bunch too. I mean, some newer, younger authors.
I got it. Everybody
it was a nice mix of veterans, newbie.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
listen, I enjoyed it. I didn't get to go around as much as I would have liked because I was helping Shay. But I had an amazing time. I met a lot of authors, a lot of new authors, and it's always a good time. You can never not have a good time if you're there for the right intentions.
Agreed.
Right.
And also, if you say you dropping an Indie Love exclusive, make sure you bring 400.
Just bring a bunch.
Just bring it up to everybody.
Just bring about 200 copies.
No, you need to bring about 500 copies.
No,
you need 500 copies.
4.
5. Because I'm telling y'all, the lines that I did 10 lines of 20. 10 lines of 20. So that was 200 people.
Why
I
she
broke
trying to
up.
touch my
That's
Hassan?
it.
I'm about to break her.
Hey, put it up.
She said, "Don't break me. You don't. This book you don't touch.
Ooh.
Not this one,
Listen,
girl.
The fact that I got there at 10:45 and I was doing 10 lines of 20. They had already had people inside. So just imagine how many people was actually there.
It was over 400. I know that for a fact. When I say there's not a tote bag, t-shirt, there's nothing. We didn't bring. You brought home juice and water. That's
and it's people that said, and remember, it's people that said they didn't even much get that. So
right.
Yeah, well, I'm not even counting them.
Right.
Not counting them.
Listen.
I'm just saying we touched over 400 lives, and that's what is. I mean, I never would have thought that Indie Love would grow to that, but it is what it is, and we're gonna keep growing.
And it's gonna keep growing, and we're gonna keep being there and riding for jobs.
Coming. We're gonna keep coming.
Next year is gonna be amazing. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm getting there a week in advance. We gonna
not a week in advance. Wait a minute, Bookie.
Wait,
because I got
hold on.
there
Let's see if they
Thursday.
remember.
I'm getting there on Monday, baby. It is gonna be on and popping. I'm telling you.
Well, you
can. What's my budget for Indie Love next year?
Huh?
I want to see if she remember what I said my budget was for next year.
Oh, you did say what your budget was. I remember.
What's my budget for next year?
You're not gonna be able to have a budget.
Listen, so my budget is already set at $1,500 for next year. What? And that's not including travel. That's not talking about just for the event.
No.
Yeah, that's
I'm prepared.
Josh gonna hide you down. I ain't have my card this week.
You didn't have your card. My mom, Roz, asked me, just who she talking about? Because this is the OG with the suitcase. We have an OG. Y'all think y'all doing something. In 2016, we had an OG. Oh, Roz wasn't at 2016. We had an OG that came in with a suitcase. Rita. Rita came in there in
Rita.
Yeah.
2016 with a suitcase.
But there were people there with.
I got them on
No,
camera.
what I'm saying is that ain't new. What I'm saying is that
No, I know. But
we had somebody strolling around and everybody was like laughing, like this girl got a whole suitcase. Rita did not come to play.
No.
Nope.
And then I know this let me tell you how honest and just respectful those who attended were. I left my book by the emergency exit on this staircase. All of my books, because I didn't feel like carrying it. Okay? And when I went to leave, all of my books, my charger, everything was still there, y'all.
Oh, girl, that's a miracle.
Yes.
Girl, let me tell you something. When I got dressed, I left my phone in the bathroom. This lady walked up to me and she said, somebody left their phone in the bathroom. I said, oh my God, this is mine.
I loved it. I left everything on the stairs.
That was an Indie Love miracle, because ain't no way.
No, I put my mic and everything up there, literally. I was walking back after I go one table, I go put it down. That's how I was doing. My stuff was there.
I'm really mad now because when those giveaways started coming through, and I was like, then Kaylin Kiera sent a hardback.
Oh, I got it.
We know.
Genesis Carter sent Rapture 1 and 2, both of them in hardback.
I got it.
When I tell you I was side-eyeing them books, ooh, I don't know.
Can I work that section at Indie Love next year? Can I work the raffle?
Yeah. You already showing your intentions.
No, I don't play like that. What you're not gonna do is steal.
Remember last time I won? That was last year I won.
You won?
Yeah. When I won. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll be forgetting about the raffle. I totally forget about the raffle.
Girl, they call themselves not calling my number. All right.
Okay. You won several times.
Yeah, I can't. Well, I just want y'all to know that I truly appreciate y'all. I appreciate all the good vibes. I appreciate all the love. Those who had everybody having,
All right,
Show
Khalid,
off.
you have to
um,
you ain't have
I
to
just
do that.
appreciate it so much. Look at this heifer right
You
here.
see
Show
this?
off.
Ooh.
Do you see this?
She bought 3,000 tickets.
Let me tell you something. All that book, I promise you, I pushed them to the side when I saw that they was hard. If Devin had been doing content for me that day, he would have saw me push them to the side, and I was like, "Oh, I don't know if they're gonna get these jokers right here or not." And before I go, I want to thank everybody that has read my latest book.
Baby.
It is doing amazing. When I look at the reviews, I know some people do 400-500 in 2 days. I am proud of you do a 135. I'm proud of these 135 reviews, ratings, and reviews so far. I just love it.
Hey, AC Taylor, I gotta get with you. I
girl,
got
you
I
are
got a
so
couple of
lucky.
books for
Y'all
you.
been trying to get AC there forever and a day. So
AC Taylor, listen.
I'm so
I
mad.
wanted
got
to
a couple
meet
of books
her.
from you.
I had finished her entire catalog, and I was like, "Yes, I have to meet her."
It's funny
Like
you
I
say
finished
that.
her
I
entire
realized
catalog,
I bought
and I
her.
was like,
go ahead, Sonia.
I was gonna say I realized I had bought her whole catalog. Like over time, I had been buying it, and I was like, "Oh, she's gonna be there." I didn't get to see her.
I did.
All right, whatever.
Thank you, AC. I will be getting with you later.
Whatever.
All right,
"Wow, we had a
y'all.
good time."
It has been amazing. Make sure if you on here, y'all hop on CCJ at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. Roz, you moderating over there too?
Huh?
Roz, you moderating over there?
Oh.
What's she doing it on?
Okay. YouTube.
YouTube. Okay.
Yep.
Yep. She's gonna talk about it on YouTube. Roz is CCJ's admin for her group over there. So
Okay.
All right,
Yes.
yes.
You
I'm
make
excited.
sure you tell her Mosquito is still my man.
Mosquito is crazy.
Mosquito. Hold on. I gotta remember who Mosquito is. Remind me.
All right, y'all.
Think
Y'all have
real
a
hard.
great Friday and a great weekend. I will have some information out soon, sooner than you think.
That means she about to do it as soon as this call is over.
No, I'm not. No, I'm still no.
She's gonna do it by August though.
Next 72 hours, 72 business hours.
All right.
No.
Well, Josh, thank you for an amazing event.
Yeah.
You do the thing every year. Don't stop. Don't let nobody keep you from stopping. You keep doing what you love to do because we love it too. And those of us that love it will continue to show up for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And you know I'm a rider.
Yeah. What did they call you? The girl with
I'm the under here, the unmarked stranger. You can find me everywhere as the unmarked stranger.
Girl. Look, bless her heart. Bless her. I honestly pray that she finds her tribe. And if she already got it, please stick with it. This ain't it over here.
Facts.
That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Keep it cute.
Right. Yeah, I'm about to look for some black jobs while we hang.
You know what? Don't start.
Mine. All right, y'all. Thank you if you joined us this evening. Y'all have a great evening and a great weekend.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.